Hi everybody, I've just come back from the Derwent Valley Heritage Way, 55 miles, 2 days and a bit, a couple of hours in the morning of the third day, so 2 nights which I've camped. This is my kit, and I thought I'd do a explosion of the kit and just go through what stuff I had, and then go through each one and like do a bit of a roundup at the end about the kit and the walk itself, which I'll probably do separately. So the base weight for the pack and obviously contents minus water and food was 19.3 pounds, and I'll go through it. So this is the Exos 58, Osprey Exos 58, which was brilliant. I had loads more room, and I'm hoping that this is sort of my bag for all seasons rather than just summer. Obviously it's red hot at the moment. So I'll start breaking it down. Catalan B3 with aqua clip that sits on the strap of the pad, and if it's flapping about too much, I'll just put the retainer loop for the stow and the go around it, and that'll hold it in place. That was brilliant. Continue on the water theme, right in pocket. I've got a 2 litre hydro pack, water bladder, which obviously fits the Catalan B3 water filter. I kept a Lucozade bottle just for essentially preparing electrolytes, so I stick some water in there because obviously it's clean. Electrolytes in there to fizz up, and then when I was feeling a bit dehydrated, I just chugged one of those down, and it really made a difference. And obviously it weighs nothing. And in the same right pocket, there's nothing else there. In the back, in the centre, is I've got my sit pad, which is the quarter inch Gossamer gear. So yeah, keep it in the back here. It's the 1/8 quarter inch Gossamer gear pad that I've cut down. Marked it up as a dirty side. Thank you to Impala on Trail for giving that suggestion. The clean side. So yeah, it folds up and I use it as a sit pad. It's just ideal. It sits there nice and easily. The other pocket, I've got a hero clip which just holds my cook kit. Make sure it doesn't fall out or not lose it, 'cause it's quite vital. Obviously have it be lost without it. The hero clip just opens up, so you can hook it onto the bag and clip up somewhere, which came in handy when I went to a toilet, which was all wet and horrible and stinky, and also another time when there was dew all over the ground and I hung it up in a tree, so it came in quite useful. Derwent Valley Heritage Walk Guide. I didn't particularly use it that much for navigation or anything. It was more for information. I read it before the next section. It was quite interesting though, because it held some interesting points about stuff that was going on in the area and bits and bobs like that. That was useful. So on the outside of the pack, on the finish off on the front, I've just got little atom packs. It's actually a hip pocket belt, but I've been using it on the front strap and just across my chest just for snacks and for other bits. Really, it's made of Dyneema, it's really light. I've got my headphones in there. I've got some trail mix. I'll come back to that in a bit. And I've got some SPF 15 lip salt with I think it's 15 with Luco tape around it, just in case. Again, that was really handy, and I'll continue to use that. That's really, really good. Yeah, really light, nothing to it. Going round to the front of the pack, and on top you can see I've got 2 safety pins. That's just I hung up a towel to dry out, and a little a dry cloth to when I'm mopping my tent down, and my Garmin InReach Mini. again really handy. So I go into the front pocket. First off, I've got the Frog Togs jacket. I didn't have to use it, I didn't have to get it out once. It's been like this for the last few days, but obviously ideal, wrapped up in itself, and then ready for access at the top. Pee bottle, obviously for camping at night. I didn't have to use that either, but it's handy. I've used it before on other trips. Patagonia R1 Tech Face hoodie. It's I mean, I love this jacket. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a double XL because obviously I'm a big lad, but it's fantastic. It prevents wind, it's warm when you're moving, and it's just absolutely ideal, and it's light. So I love that jacket. I keep that in there again for quick access, but again I didn't need it. Poop kit in a little red bag. Keep it on the outside. So we'll go through that later on. So just what's in there. Got to look at it later. OEM Darn Tough socks, which are soaking wet and need a wash. I got these for my birthday only just over a week ago, and I wore these. These were fantastic, really comfy, no blisters, but they got drenched, and I'll come on to that later on. So I kept them in there because it was a bit sticky, a bit wet. And then I kept my pegs as well, peg bag. I know exactly where it is. It's in the bottom of there, and I can just whip it out when it's sort of time to set the tent. I'll go through that in a bit. And that's it for that front pocket, stretchy pocket. Top one, little cloth to mop down my tent. That came in right handy. I'll come into reasons why in a bit. Buff. Oh, I couldn't do without my buff, just priceless. Bit of a ditty bag, put it in a Tesco self-sealed bag. I've got my torch and bits and bobs in there, so I'm going to go through in a minute. Spare 1 litre water bottle. It's obviously the soy squeeze one, but it's so light, it's just worth keeping in there, just in case my other one, my 2 litre failed. I've got some glasses in the case, obviously because I'm getting blind, it's an old boy, and then some straps that I just kept in there. And that's it for the top pocket. Open it back up, so a mesh pocket at the bottom, it's just underneath this bit. I've got Patagonia 1 litre black hole fanny pack or bum bag, that's called them in Britain, and it was ideal. I used it a few times. Got it for odds and sods when I was in town carrying things around, obviously, like valuables. Also in here on the clip I've got mini Victorinox Swiss Army knife, scissors and a knife. That's all I needed. Didn't need anything more than that. And I've got a Olight IR12. It's just a little torch I use for me hang up inside my tent. That's ideal. And I got a spare buff, which I didn't need in the end. That's that. Inside the pack, first aid kit and bits and bobs and sods and cleaning stuff, repair stuff, which I'll again explore later. I'll have to look at that one. And then I've got my Lanshan 2 Pro, brilliant, really good. And inside there I've got some Polycro as a ground sheet. Yeah, I'll talk about it later, but love that, light as anything. I've got a Nylofume bag with a pack liner. I did actually rip the one that I was using. This is my new one that I'm going to use for the next trips. I ripped it because it was some wet items in the bag. I reached in the bag and grabbed hold of it, and I ended up ripping the side, so I took that one. Inside that one, I've got a Torrid Apex double XL puffy, which is just amazing. It's light as anything. It's really warm, and if anything, it's slightly large, but in light equipment by light equipment, but it's just amazing, you know. And it also, because it's not down, I don't have to worry about getting it a little bit damp in showers. Now I've got my hammock gear, Burrow Economy 30-degree quilt, red on the outside, black on the inside, and some pad straps. Again, that's brilliant. I've had it down to -1, and it was lovely and warm. So light. Definitely happy with it, going to quilts rather than normally sleeping bags. Much lighter, and it's comfy. I've got a midge net with my spare clothes in it. Spare clothes, I've got just an Everlast, which is like a climacal light t-shirt. That's what I slept in because it was red hot, but I want to sleep in something. I've got some spare teddy box, sealskin socks, which are my normal ones, common to the ones that I wore. These were spares. Whether I need them or not, I'm not sure. Probably not. But the ones I normally wore, so I had them as a bit of a safety net, I suppose. And then it's got some really light Nike running shorts. Again, I slept in these. Again, they were brilliant. I hardly wear anything. And I've also brought these Brooks running leggings. They've got a little pocket in the back. Never really needed them, but because the temperatures were so warm. There were a couple of times I probably could have used them, like walking through, like some of the paths were all overgrown, but generally that was it. Electronics bag with an Anker 20,000 milliamp charger in there, a plug, and various cables, and a Trekology pillow, ALF pillow 2.0. Again, pretty good. I've got one from Decathlon, which is a lot heavier, but I think that's a bit more comfortable. But this one has a pad strap, which comes in really handy. Now in the pocket where you'd normally have a water bladder, obviously I don't use a water bladder, I've got homemade cozy for rehydrating food, and then a pad that I love, an iPad that I absolutely adore, that has caused me a few problems. The Nemo Tensor insulated regular pad. It's brilliant when it's working, but it failed me twice. But the company that I've purchased it from have been absolutely fantastic. I've contacted them in fact before I came back. And within hours they'd basically said they'd quite happy to replace it under a guarantee that Nemo do. And I'm going to send this off and get the replacement, and hopefully I won't have the problems. Again, it's a fantastic pad when it's working, but obviously it failed on me, so it caused me a few issues and meant I didn't get a lot of sleep. But we'll see what the next one does. So that's that, and I keep that in the back there. And that is it. Empty pad. Empty bag, shall I say. But it all worked really well. So that's all that stuff. I'll go down to the nitty gritty now.